This is a fast exam, and this is the right upper quadrant. There's a lot of things that are really interesting here. First, look at the architecture of the liver when you're watching this. It looks pretty normal. It's heterogeneous. You can see areas of demarcation that indicate vessels and various liver parenchyma. And then look at your next clip. This does not look like normal liver. This looks more like a heterogeneous ball of tissue. And this should be the first clue that there's something going on. So look at the liver here compared to this view. And to me, maybe because I do so many ultrasounds, I can see that the tissue itself looks different. Now, that's not necessarily what the FAST exam is about, but that's the first thing I wanted to point out. The next thing to point out is this anechoic finding here. And this is why getting the liver tip of a FAST exam is so important, because this is the most sensitive area for free fluid. And I'll try to pause it where I think it's the most obvious, but to me that there's a clear demarcation here where this is heterogeneous and this is more anechoic. And if you play a little bit more slowly, to me, I think you're able to see the difference. See, again, this is a black anechoic triangle compared to this heterogeneous liver that you see here, and I'll play it one more time. On this view of the right upper quadrant, I don't see it as clearly. I bet had you gotten more of the diaphragm over here, you would have seen free fluid. But this view here is more, I think, obvious for seeing that the liver parenchyma is different and is concerning for a liver injury. One last suggestion, you can see your depth is set to 15 centimeters. In theory, you could have decreased your depth a little bit to really focus more on the liver and the rest of Morrison's pouch. When you move to the left upper quadrant, this is grossly positive too. And I'll try to pause it here. Look in this area between the spleen and the kidney, the splenorenal space. And you do see a hypoechoic strip of fluid. It is thick, it's not a line, and that indicates to me that this is a positive FAST exam, or that I would explore the left upper quadrant a little bit more. But really the money shot is the pelvis, which I'm going to get to next. So you can see the bladder, and then lateral to the bladder, you're seeing all this fluid around the bladder. So if you pause here, this is free fluid. That is all free fluid in the abdomen, and that's not necessarily in the bladder. Your next view, where you have the indicator to the patient's head, I think shows it more obvious. And this is why I love the sagittal view of the bladder. So look in this area. This is fluid. This is bowel. And to me, this is a grossly positive FAST exam. So I hope this video makes sense. Really nice finding here. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for saving.